Anyone can sell electronics. At Electronics Expo, they do more than sell products. They design, install, and support complete technology solutions. From home theaters and whole home audio to lighting, shades, automation, networking, security cameras, and premium entertainment systems. For over 22 years, they've helped thousands of homeowners experience technology at its very best. See the difference for yourself. Visit their Wayne or Paramus stores in New Jersey or shop now at electronicsexpo.com.
Listen, all you New Yorkers. Taxi.
Okay, man, we're looking around.
This is the 77 WABC minicast.
Democrats were willing to look the other way, all in the name of retaking the Senate. Now Maine Senate hopeful Graham Plattner's campaign is on life support. Former girlfriend accuses him of rape. Quote, he was very drunk and wouldn't take no for an answer, stating that he broke into her home, allegedly, and raped her. 800-848-9222. For so many months, Democrats held their nose and pretended that his problems did not exist. The swastika tattoo, the allegations, the many different women, the deviant lifestyle. Democrats looked the other way up until now. The embarrassment, they can no longer do so. So he's done. There's no doubt about it. The only question is, when does it become official? Graham Plattner is bleeding support after this rape allegation. Schumer, Kahana, Gillibrand, Maine Democrats, and more are calling on this embattled candidate to end his bid immediately. And it goes even further than that. Senate Democrats have pulled all funding from him. He is done. They thought that Susan Collins was vulnerable. Maybe she is, but it won't be Graham Plattner taking her on. So I'm going to circle back to that in just 1 second. You know what's wrong with the country? Why we have young people acting a fool in South Carolina, New York City? Why we have 18-year-olds holding guns in their hands and shooting at New York City detectives? You want to know what's wrong with America? The TV show, for one, The View. It's poison on TV, done in the name of entertainment, but it's reckless and it's dangerous. What are you talking about, Dominic? Sonny Holston. Let me just say this, folks, when it comes to the American flag. Nothing warms my heart more than when I drive through a community and I see American flags. It says to me that people take pride in their community, the upkeep of their community, the upkeep of their country. It says to me patriotism. I want you to listen to what Sonny Holston, what she says, the American flag, when she's in a community and sees it, what it says to her.
And I said this on this show many, many years ago, because this is my 10th year on the show, and I said there are times when I walk into a community and I see American flags all over the community, and I suddenly feel unsafe because there is a section of this country that has co-opted the American flag, and they equate being an American or an American flag with white supremacy, and that should never be the symbol of white supremacy, but they have weaponized.
Because the flag belongs to all of us.
It does belong to all of us. But those men were wearing a flag on their neck.
This lady should not have a platform on television. Do you know how dangerous that statement is she just made? Because you have a bunch of ignorant people that may be listening to me right now that will hear that and justify to them their behavior. 800-848-9222. So the story is out now, and the woman making the allegation of rape, she sat down as well with Jake Tapper of CNN. We're going to start with your telephone calls in just a moment, but here is part of their conversation.
Voting for.
This has obviously been very difficult for you to talk about for 5 years. Mm-hmm. And even when you're telling the story, you don't use the word.
Yeah.
So let me just be, and I apologize, let me be as direct as I can. Did Graham Plattner rape you?
By definition, yes. Absolutely.
Because he had non-consensual sex with you.
Yeah.
Forced himself on you.
Mm-hmm.
Even after you had told him no and fought him off.
Yeah. He violated multiple layers of consent that night by coming into my home when I asked him not to, and by advancing on me when I told him not to, and furthermore, another incident that I had told him not to do. And
with protection.
Yeah. So, yeah. By the way that my nervous system reacted to this experience, absolutely.
And Democrats stood by this man this long until they no longer can. As far as his candidacy, politically speaking, he's a dead man walking. The money has dried up. He knows it. It wouldn't surprise me if he's not out of the race in about 9 or 10 hours in the morning. It's over. It's over for him. The question is, what happens next? We see your telephone calls, but I want you to hear the statement that Mr. Plattner made. And, of course, in situations like this, candidates are holding on for dear life. They're holding on for any hope. I am telling you, folks, this one is over. This is the statement that he made.
I wanted to directly address the troubling, serious, and false allegations against me. Any accusation of non-consensual behavior is categorically false. Over the last 10 months, I have been deeply humbled by the faith Mainers have put in me. You have welcomed me into your homes, into your places of work, into your restaurants, into your houses of worship. You have shown that a different kind of politics, one that puts the interests of people over corporations, is not just possible, but is inevitable. This movement we have built, the largest volunteer base in the history of Maine politics, the hundreds of thousands of grassroots donors, and the supporters across the ideological spectrum, we were united in a love of Maine, a belief that our politics must change, and a focus on defeating Susan Collins. So, regardless of the inaccuracy of the reporting, but mindful of the political reality it will inflict, we are taking the time to reflect on the best path forward for the state that I love, the people that I love, the movement I belong to, and the goal of defeating Susan Collins. Those were the goals when we launched this campaign, and they remain my goals today. On June 9th, 154,058 Mainers, the most in primary history, voted to reject a broken politics beholden to Washington and the donor class. They voted for hope, for change, to take back our economy, to take back our power, and to take back our Senate seat. Throughout it all, you never turned your back on me, and I will not turn my back on you now. Every one of you deserves to see that vision come to fruition and see Susan Collins defeated, and we will use every tool at our disposal to do so. As Maine goes, so goes the nation. As always, thank you.
Well, Mr. Plattner, for you, it's a wrap. The only question is, I can't pinpoint exactly what time you drop out of this race or suspend your campaign, but it is over. 800-848-9222. When Senate Democrats announced that they're immediately pulling all the money, it is a wrap.